Sarah shoved the lacquered box into Mara's hands. The alien girl's forefinger grip lingered a bit too long, her iridescent eyes locked on Mara's face. "Thank you, Sarah," Mara said evenly. She cradled the box, lightweight, etched with swirling Val sigils. "This honors our talks." The court chamber hummed with murmurs. Chancellor Bao nodded from his dais, his elongated neck ridges flushing purple. Prefect Rune loomed in the shadows, arms crossed over his armored vest. Mara turned to Jonas Reed, her attestation at her elbow. "Log it, please. Eat them from hose. How go." Presented by Sarah. Scanon returned to suite. Jonas tapped his wristpad without a word. His eyes flicked to Sarah, then back. Mara felt his tension through their synced comms. Silent alert. Possible temper? She ignored it. Protocol first. Sarah stepped back, mandibles clicking softly. The girl's robes whispered as she melted into the attendants. Mara bowed to the Chancellor. "We resume tomorrow. Peace through precision." The session broke. Mara carried the box through marble corridors. Jonas at her flank. Alien guards eyed them, but none approached. Back in the suite, Mara set the box on the scan table. "Open it." Jonas activated the neutralizer field. The lid hissed open. Inside gleamed a crystal orb, suspended in webbing. Fine work, Balcraft at its peak. "Nice," Jonas muttered. He ran the full spectrum. "No explosives, biotraces, minimal." Mara lifted the orb carefully, cool against her palm. She turned it in the light. "Ceremonial, jocks say it's a memory stone. Records family oaths." Jonas grunted. "Or traps," Achimi sounded. "Incoming hail from Sarah. Direct line. Unlogged." Mara accepted. The girl's face filled the hollow. Wide eyes, quivering mandibles. "Boy," Sarah whispered. "Activated. Brace." The central face. They glanced at Jonas. He nodded. Field held. She pressed. The orb pulsed. A sharp sting lanced her thumb. "Irritant, fast-acting, alien neurotoxin. Skin blistered instantly. Red welts rising. Pine flared. Hot and electric." Mara didn't flinch. She dropped the orb into the containment tray. Jonas sealed it. "Neutralize," Mara ordered. Her voice stayed level. Jonas injected the counteragent from his medkit. Relief spread in seconds. Blisters faded to pink. Sarah watched, unblinking. "You protocol?" "Standard," Mara replied. "All gifts scanned post-contact." "You knew that." The girl's ridges paled. "Most lash out. Father says humans pretend calm, then strike." Mara held up her thumb, nearly healed. "We log. We contain. No strikes." Sarah's mandibles parte. "Why? Boundaries keep us safe. Yours and mine." Mara paused. "We'll return it cleaned. Signed, receipt." The holo blanked. Sarah disconnected. Jonas unsealed the tray. "Kids testing you." "Court games." Mara nodded. "Brune's faction. Leverage for expulsion talks." She drafted the receipt of Corti-22. Irritant deployed 1437. Neutralized per protocol. No incident logged. Future gifts press canned mandatory. Jonas printed it on neutral stock. Mara synced with her diplomatic seal. An hour later, they walked to the battle wing. Guards parted. Chancellor Bao met them at the archway, Sarah peeking from behind. "And boy," the Chancellor rumbled. His voice echoed like grinding stone. "Issue." Mara extended the box. "Minor irritant. Handled. Recipe. Attached." Bal's eyes narrowed on the paper. He scanned it, ridges darkening. Sarah's error. Youth. Sarah edged forward, took the box. Her fingers brushed Mara's hesitant. "No error," Mara said. "Test passed. Rule clear. Press scan or no exchange." Bal stiffened. "You dictate terms. Prevent incidents. Builds trust." Mara met his gaze. "Peace needs both." Sarah clutched the box. She didn't rage. Like the stories. Bal waved her back. "Stories lie. Humans hide fangs." Mara smiled faintly. "Logs don't." They left. Jonas scanned the corridor behind. Spooked. Good. Back in suite, Mara reviewed feeds. Court chatter spiked. Run's name threaded through. Da ping. Prefect Brune. Official channel. Incident report. Present for review. Mara tapped reply. Filed. Copy send. No response. Night cycle dimmed the halls. Mara worked late, cross-referencing trade clauses. Jonas patrolled the perimeter. Motion alert. Shuttle Halcam caught a shadow. Alien tech, cloaked drone. Surveillance, Jonas whispered over comms. Rune's mark, Mara kept typing. Document positions, no confrontation. Mapped the drone's path. Looped her door thrice, then withdrew. Dawn broke with a summons. Chancellor's private salon. Mara arrived with Jonas. Pat synced. Val waited alone. No será. Round pushes. Calls your mercy weakness. Demands recall. Mara sat. Leverage fails. If we stay predictable. Val leaned forward. Predictable? You neutralized my daughter's trap without reprisal. Protocol. Mara slid a new draft across. Joint cultural exchange. Serás. Liaison. Test it further. Safely. Gridges twitched. She fears me lessons. Whispers of human compassion. Footsteps. Sarah bursting. Robes askew. Father Prefect's men. Rune followed. Enforcers at his heels. Armored, stuns, drawn. Emboy Kincaid. Under suspicion. Gift. Assault. Locked. You come now. Jonas shifted, hand near his baton. Mara signal hold. Logged already, she said. No assault. Protocol followed. Rune's eyes gleamed. Human lies. Será confesses tamper. Expel protector usurp Val's seat. Val Rose. My house. Decided. Chaos brews. Runes gnarled. Fear binds court. Your softness invites it. Sarah stepped between. She said boundary. No punishment. Humans fix without breaking. Rune laughed sharp. Child's fancy. Wards. Take them. Enforcers advanced. Jonas mobbed fluid. Blocked one. Documented the grip on his pad. Mara stood slow. Invoke Article 7 neutral arbitration. A lux public. Rune faltered. Bluff. Jonas transmitted. Feeds bloomed on salon walls. Gift handoff. Sting neutralization. Receipt. Drone surveillance tagged. Court channels. Lit live witnesses pulling data. Rune's ridges blanched. This exposes operations. Transparency. Mara said. Fear hides. Facts hold. Val seized the moment. Stand down, Prefect, or face both. Rune glared at Seda. She met it, box clutched tight. Enforcers retreated. Rune stormed out. Val exhaled. U-turn trap to shield. Mara nodded to Seda. She handed the first key. The girl beamed, mandibles white. Teach me protocols? Tomorrow, Mara promised. Press hand. Jonas' mic. Boundaries work. Val extended a hand. 4 fingers tentative. Mara clasped 2. Aliens sealed. But Halcams caught it. Round's drone lingered outside, relaying to shadows. One trap down. More coil. Sera's claw clicked against the embassy corridor panel. A hiss followed. Stampeded from the access grate, fogging the air with coolant mist. Mara halted mid-stride. Air boots stuck to the damp floor. Jonas, scan it. Jonas tapped his wristpad. Lights flickered green. No breach. Hasta pop seal. Child's prank level. Sarah stood rigid, mandibles twitching. Her eyes fixed on Mara, waiting, testing. Jonas stepped forward, hand on his restraint cuff. Cerebal, stand back. This is restricted access. Mara raised a palm. Hold. She met Sarah's gaze. The girl's reaches quivered. Fear or calculation? Mara kept her voice even. No escalation. Incident report first. Jonas paused. His jaw tightened, but he nodded. Logging now. Sarah's breath hitched. Broke it. Punish. Mara ignored the plea. She knelt by the grate, unsealed her own toolkit. Protocol 4-2 reading. Report before action. Jonas drafted. Include her input. Sarah blinked. Her claws flexed. No enforcer shout. No strap down. Humans. Documented? Jonas's pad beep. Report queued. Sarah, stat in 10. Test, Sarah whispered. Cord breaks flaws. You fix? Mara pulled the panel free. Goyers gleamed. One connector loose. Deliberate tube marks. We log. 10 repair. She handed Sarah the diagnostic prop. Your claw did this. Run the checklist. Step 1. Pressure test. Sarah hesitated. took the probe. Grip shook as she slotted it in. Reading scrolled on Mara's pad. Nominal flow, no cascade. Good, Mara said. Step 2. Reseal with torque dualway, the authority yours. Sarah twisted the connector. Click. Seal, lock. Mist cleared. Corridor light steadied. Jonas holstered his cuff. Efficient. No drama. Sarah stared at her claws. Clean. No blood. Task. Min. Logs as lead tech. Mara confirmed. Sign here. She tilted her pad. Sarah's mandible tip pressed the sensor. Achime echoed. Report filed. Embassy. I stamped it. Resolved. No fault assigned. Sarah's ridges flush violet. No pain? Boundaries hold, Mara said. Mistakes teach, not break. Footsteps clattered from the salon arch. Chancellor Bal rushed in, robes askew. Sarah, Run's channels claim sabotage. Mara stood. Handled. See the lock. Bal scanned his com. Relief softened in his posture. Paperwork. Against my daughter? Against chaos? Mara replied. Facts first. Sarah clutched the probe like a trophy. I fixed. She trusted. Bal's eyes narrowed on Mara. Rune moves fast. His witness swears Sarah targeted the gift exchange relays. Jonas check feeds. False flag. Corridor cam shows solo entry. No accomplices. Mara nodded. Prep counter log. Sarah, you testify? The girl straightened. Yes, truth. Bal gripped Sarah's shoulder. Stay here. I'll confront him. No, Mara said. Joint statement. MBC neutral ground. Bal paused, then inclined his head. Agreed. They moved to the secure salon. All the screens flickered alive. Rune's face dominated the court feed live broadcast. Sarah Bal tampered with human gifts. Sabotage. Probex Bal's disloyalty. Expel the envoy. Crowd murmurs swelled. Alien nobles leaned in. Richest out. Mara activated the embassy link. Prefect Drun. Artículo 12. Dispute arbitration. Presented your witness. Rune sneered. Agent Lear. Testify. Iberian enforcer stepped into frame. Saw the girl twist wires. Mission relays freed. Sarah's claws balled. Lees. I tested seal only. Mara tapped her pad. Cross-ref drone logs. Time stunt car to 27. Feeds split. Rune's witness blinked at 1420. Corridor empty. Then Sarah at 1427. Solo. Probe in claw. Lee faltered.
I approximated.
You planned. Ruse. Regis palette. Circumstantial. Diams. Action. Article 7. Marakatin. Public logs. Add channels. Court screens bloom with data. Timestamps synced. Biometrics pure. Lear's false entry flag. Drone traced to Rune's tower. Nobles hissed. Fabrication. Rune slammed the podium. Bal's softness blinds you. Humans exploit. Sarah stepped to the hollow mic. Voice steady. Human fix my mistake. No break. You plant. Lies. Who breaks court? Silence gripped the feed. Eyes shifted to Rune. A snarled. This isn't over. Link severed. Bal, exile. You armed her with truth. Mara smiled feigned. She sparked it. Sarah beamed. Mandibles wide. More checklists? Jonas chuckled. Tomorrow. Prescant. But Mara's pad buzz private. Incoming drone ping unlogged from Rune's relay. It hovered. Outside salon. Bends. Scanning. She pounded Jonas. And nodded. Silent. Trace initiated. Bal clasped Mara's forearm. 4 fingers firm. Peas holes. For now. Sarah tugged at Mara's sleeve. Walk corridors. More tests. Mara glanced at the bent shadow. Droning weird faint. Soon. First, secure the locks. They filed reports triple time. Sarah, input every step. Clouds flying. Trust built line by line. Hours later, NBC quieted. Mara reviewed feeds alone. Rune's drone fled at 80% charge. Payload partial. Faces in shadows. Rival nobles. Unmarked. Jonas entered. Trace leads to sub-council. 3 players. Document. Mara said. No strike. Bal's lead. A locket. Rhinesphere cracks. Sarah slipped in. Box from earlier. Clutched tight. Father sleeps. Ditch. Protocol now? Mara eyed the chrono. Late, but the girl's ridges glowed hope. 1 page. Article 7 Breakdown. Sera perched close. Mara projected the text. Neutral ground. Lux public. No fear rules. Klaus traced lines. Humans predict. No rage. Boundaries. Mara ejod. Compassion with structure. Sera nodded slow. Court punishes test. You assign task. A ping. Bals. Gum. Urgent. Mara answered. Olo blumet bald. Tense. Room rallies. Subfaction. Claims human brainwashing Sera. Vote tomorrow. Expel you both. Sera Stephen. No. Mara stood. Counter with joint address. Sera speaks. Bal hesitated. Drisky. She's young. The breach. Mara said. Let her fix this. Agreement whom through the link. Honas prep gear. Escort protocol active. Sera met Mara's eyes. Trust me. Locked. Mara replied. Dawn broke over the spires. NBC shuttle hummed to core holes. Sera wrote shotgun, padding claws, speech scripted, hairwords. Crowds throng plazas, chants mix, fear binds, truth holds, rune waited at gates, enforcers flank. Child puppet, step aside. Sera exited first, voice clear. I tested human. They fixed no punishment. You plant lies. Who fears truth? Gasps rippled, rune lunged, verbal. Traitors pound, Jonas block visual, bad recording, Horseman log, Mara fling Sera. Artículo 20. Proceed to salon. Nobles parted, whispers chased, she speaks unbound. Salon failed, ballot podium, room opposite. But loomed, tally screens ticked. Sera took stand. Father pays court price. I test. Humans break or build. They build. Checklists, tasks, trust. Roof holoplate, corridor fix, locks clean, rune pounded, manipulation, empathy weakness. A noble rose. Show us yours, prefect. Where's your fix? Laughter cracked, fierce grip, tally shifted. Green for Baal, runes, face twisted. This softness dooms, both locked, Baal retained. Expel denied, tears erupted. Sera beamed at Mara, but as they exited, a shadow drone bast high, runs Mach. Mara noted trajectory. Sub-council nest, Jonas murmur. Next coil tightens. Baal grapes Sera. You turned it. She pointed to Ma. She taught boundaries. Alliance deepened, but shadows plotted. One drone down. Fleet incoming. Mara scan skies. Prep locks. Trust the process. Mara slammed her palm on the conference table. Live cultural exchange. Now, dual-channel recording, full translation protocols, engage. Sera's wide eyes flicked up from the floor. The alien girl's iridescent scales shimmered under the salon's harsh lights. She clutched her data slate like a shield. Prefect Kethrun leaned forward, claws scraping the polished surface. Unnecessary. Words are clear. Jonas Reed stood at Mara's shoulder, his security pad already humming, and nodded once. Mara caught the subtle shift, his weight on his toes. Ready. Protocol demands it. Mara said. Article 7. Verify intent before escalation.
Rune's enforcers shifted at the doors.
The salon buzzed with nobles, their whispers like static. Chancellor Val sat rich across the table, his daughter's small form beside him, and nodded curtly. Proset. Stage scrambled. Oh, projectors wearied to life. Dual feeds locked. One raw audio, one translated overlay. Mara smiled at Sera. Your turn. Share a custom from your court. Sera hesitated. Her tail twitched. A nervous tick Mara had locked weeks ago. Then, voice steady, she recited. The weak yield to mercy's veil, inviting chaos unbound. Gasps rippled through the room. Rounds, lips curled. Enforcers tensed. Claws half extended. Mara tilted her head. Clarify that, please. Translation flagged ambiguity. Sera blinked. No one had ever asked. In her world, those words triggered the lash. Scripted phrases to test loyalty, she repeated slower. Weak, yield, mercy's vile. Room barked a laugh. Insult, woman softness exposed. She mocks our ways. Chancellor Val gripped his chair arms. Sera, wait. Mara raised a hand. Replay channel 1. The holo flickered. Raw audio, looped. Sera's precise tones. No malice. Overlie shifted. translator glitch exposed. Mercy's veil render as false pity, but context locks pull cord archives. True meaning. Compassion tests strength. Bara pointed at the feed. Corrected. A proverb on balance row. Not insult. Rune's office. Acknowledge. Bruce's face hardened. His pad chimed. Official query from his own enforcers. They cross-checked. Data confirmed. Acknowledge, he growled through gritted mandibles. Minor error. Nobles murmured. Sera stared at Mara, dial still. Testing, no punishment came. Mara logged the exchange. Session continues. Next custom? Bat Brune stood. Enough theater. The child twists words. Chancellor Val enables this. Pays our price. No more. Ehib the cloud, Val. Emergency hearing. Now. Bote, expel the humans. The room erupted. Enforcers sealed doors. Val rose. Scales paling. Premature. Scheduled. Room snapped. Tally screens activate. Jonas murmured in Mara's ear. Is pivoting to Val. Girl was bait. Bara nodded, eyes on Sera. The girl edged closer, brushing Mara's sleeve. Mara kept her stance open. Predictable. Stay with me. Screens flickered alive. Green for retain, Val. Red for expel humans. Nobles tap pads. Tally hovered. 4-8. Foul.
7 green.
Sera whispered. They scripted me. Punish truth. Mara squeezed her shoulder lightly. Human gesture, logged as reassuring. Truth holds. Watch. Rune pounded the podium. Val pays card tribute. Fears chaos without it. This human puppet show weakens us. A noble in emerald robe stood. Show your fix, prefect. Where's your log on the mistranslation? Laughter cracked. Another rose. Human clarified. You stalled. Tally ticked. 5-0. 4-7. Val glanced at Sera, then Mara. His claws relaxed fractionally. Sera stepped forward. Father pays price. He tested. Human. They fixed. Checklists. No lash. Prof Olo deployed. Mara's pad fed corridor locks. Clean translations. Threat escalations. No incidents. Room lunged verbally. Manipulation. Empathy. Weakness. Jonas blocked his path. Pad raced. Harassment logged. Article 12. Mara flanked Sera. Proceed to safe zone. Nobles parted. Whispers chased. She speaks unbound. Boat lock. Green majority. Cheers erupted. Sera beamed up at Mara. Bodrun's eyes narrowed from the podium. A shadow drone buzzed high overhead. His mark. Mara noted its trajectory. Subconsole nest. Jonas track it. Done. While it tapped his pad. Next coil. Tightens. Val gripped Sera's arm. You turned it. She pointed to Mara. She taught boundaries. Alliance deepened. Mara scanned the skies as they exited. Prep logs. Trust the process. But the drone! Dove lower. Alarms blared from Jonas's pad. Incoming fleet signature. Runs play. Ban pulled. Sera behind the pillar. Ban salon lockdown. Dual channels on outcomes. Enforcers clash at gates. Runs loyalists versus bows. Chance mixed. Fear binds. Truth holds. Room waited at the gates. Flanked. Child puppet. Step aside. Sera exited first. I tested the human. They fixed. No punishment. You plant lies. Who fears truth? Gasps rippled. Rune lunged. Traitor spawn. Jonas blocked by the recording. Harassment log. Mara invoke article debate. Nobles parted. Inside the salon. Val took the podium anew. Rune opposite. Fresh vote loomed. Sera mounted the stand. Father pays. Court price. I test. Humans break or build. They build. Olo played. Mistranslation fix. Logs clean. Run pounded. Weakness. Noble rose. Show yours prefect. Laughter. Tally shifted. Val retained. Tears. Drone down. One shot from Jonas's discreet emitter. Fleet. Signal spoofed. Mara's prepped counter-hack. Shadows plotted still. Mara disguise. Drune's nest pulsed with data bursts. Prep phase 2, Mara said to Jonas. Cultural exchange. Round 2. Sera leads. The girl nodded. Scales bright. Trust built. Rune's next move brewed. Mara logged patterns. Fears. Fractures. Compassions, checklists held. In the sub-council chambers, rune paste. Humans rewind truth. We strike direct. His side flinched. Fleet recall failed. Run smashed the console. Val falls next. War. Maraspad pinget. Intercepted burst. She smiled faintly. Boundaries held. Sarah tugged with her sleeve. They break? Not yet. Mara replayed the drone log for Bal we fix. Father and daughter watched. Bal's tail curled in approval. You outmaneuver fear. Alliance solidified. Bite skies darken with more drones. Mara invoked full protocol. Dual channels live. One mistranslation down. War spark dimmed. Human routine prevailed. Jonas scanned horizons. Fleet ghosts incoming. Real this time? Mara checked tallies. Prep the exchange broadcast. Set us fries first. The girl straightened. Mercy's Veil tests strength. Novels tuned in galaxy-wide. Drune's fear cracked wither. Trust the process. One rewind at a time. Bal clasped Mara's hand. Cross-species grip. You protect without chains. She nodded. Boundaries build. Drones swarmed. Jonas fire suppressors. Mara hit record. Broadcast live. Seda's voice rang. Truth holds. Kurt feeds fleet. Green tally searched. Rounds enforcers faltered. One defected. Padding hand. Logs confirm. Mistranslations planted. Mara logged. Case closed. Fleet veered off. Hacked. Signatures exposed. Cheers thundered. Seda eyed Mara fiercely. You didn't break. Never do. Mara patted her back. Predictable. Safe. Bal beamed. Peace holds. Shadows retreated, but rune vanished into nests. One drawing lingered high. Mara tracked it. Next hearing loomed. Prep logs. Bow. Fierce politics fractured. Aliens bloomed. Human way. Checklists. Trust. Rewind. Seda's claws dug into her own forearm. Blood welled in precise lines. 3 parallel cuts. The ritual mark of preemptive guilt. Mara lunged forward. She grabbed Seda's wrist mid-slice. Stop! Now! The alien girl froze. Her wide eyes locked on Mara's face. Tail reheaved. Ears flattened against her skull. Jonas stepped from the shadows of the common room. He positioned himself at Seda's side. Hands visible and empty. No holster draw. You're safe here, Mara said. She eased the blade from Seda's grip. Metal clinked on the floor. We don't do punishment like that. Seda yanked her arm back, but she didn't run. You saw. Court expects it. Father pays the price. Fix? First. Mara held up both hands. Palms out. Not in my embassy. Consent first. She nodded to Jonas. Get the medkit. Visible escort from now on. No shadows. Jonas retrieved the kit from the wall locker. He knelt beside Sarah, back open. May I clean it? Sarah's gaze flicked between them. Humans moved slow. Predictable. No shouts. No enforcers. She extended her arm. Just Mara watched the exchange. Jonas swab. Antiseptic. With steady strokes. No flinch from Sarah. Good. Trust started here. Why? Sarah whispered. Her voice cracked on the unfamiliar word. Rhine faction whispers. They say I betrayed. Self-mark proves loyalty. Mara knelt to Seda's level. Loyalty isn't blood. It's choices. She pulled the data pad from her pocket. We draft an agreement. Your autonomy. My protection. Clear lines. Seda tilted head. Klaus flexed. Humans claim. Like territory. Not us. Mara tapped the screen. Words scrolled. Seda Bal retains full agency. Human intervention only on explicit request. Embassy sanctuary optional. Breach locks public. Jonas bandage the cuts. Tight but not crushing. Sign digital. Time stamped. Seda scanned the text. Airtail uncurled. A fraction. No chains. Boundaries. Mara said. You walk out anytime. A chime cut from the embassy console. Incoming transmission. Mara's pad lit up. Court feed alerts. Jonas straightened. Ron's leak. Leave now. Seda's ears pinged back. She grabbed the pad. Olo projected. Prefect Kethrune's face, stern and scaled. Kincaid claims Bal 8. Human abduction ritual. Court outrage imminent. Gasps ripple through the overlaid noble feeds. Red eyes spiked. Mara stood, calm, predictable. A vanished post-broadcast. Now this. She keyed her channel. Jonas, escort Sarah to the secure lounge. Visible. I'll counter. Vida Sarah clutched the agreement path. Father, chancellors en route. Dual protocol holds. Jonas guided Sarah away. His hand hovered near her shoulder, never touching. She matched his stride. No resistance. Mara faced the console. Joe wet broadcast. The ink active. Perfect. Room. Mistakes facts. Sarah Val enter embassy. Volunteer protection. Agreement attached. Public log. She uploaded the draft. Sarah's digital sig glowed green. Court feeds flickered. Red tallies dipped. Greens climbed. Chancellor Ball burst through the doors. Tie lashing. Roo. Ignites. War. Spark. Sarah? In lounge safe. Mara said. Jonas watches open. Val's eyes narrowed. Your ritual. Claiming. Mara slit the pad across. Read. Shoes. Val. Scanned. Klaus. Tapped. Autonomy clause. Intervention limits. Exiled. You outflank fear. Again. Standard procedure. Mara replied. Prep for hearing. Rounds. Leak backfires if we log clean. Jonas's voice crackled over calm. Sarah requests you. Lounge. Mara nodded to Val. They moved together. Sarah sat cross-legged on the lounge cushions, bandages stark wide against blue scales. Jonas stood post at the door, rifle slung loose. You countered, Sarah said. No question. Mara sat opposite. Public record beats rumor. Val knelt by his daughter. Rune exploits my caution. I paid court prices to... Sarah met his gaze. No more self-mark. Mara stops without breaking me. Val's tail brushed hers. Approbaker. Jonas checked his scanner. Perimetedrones. Room probes. Mara pulled up schematics. Visible, escort, extends outside. Sarah, your call. Sarah stood. Ego. With Jonas. Show court. Mara drafted addendum. Escort protocol. Open path. No restraint. Sarah sign. They exited as a unit. Jonas, foreground. Sarah center. Mara and Val, flank. Embassy lights bathed them in neutral white. Crowd murmur swelled at the court step. Nobles clustered, tails twitching. Runs enforcers loomed. Klaus out. Brune stepped forward. Thief Kincaid! Release the hair. Sarah raised her bandaged arm. I choose protection. Agreement public. Ulo bats lit. Greens surge. Rune snarled. Human trick. Beer binds us. Mara held position. Fear leaks rumors. Trust locks truth. And Noble defected forward. Bat extended. Scans confirm. Rune planted drone hacks. Enforcers shifted. One dropped class. Val clasped Mara's shoulder. Your boundaries hold my house. Jonas scanned the crowd. Clear path forming. Sarah, walk ahead. Unchained. Core parted. Run back into shadows. Isis burned. Mara logged the dispersal. Hearing tomorrow. Prep packets. Ready. Back in embassy, Sarah hugged her father. Then turned to Mara. You didn't claim. You offer. Always, Mara said. Jonas holstered scanner. Why skies? For now. Val nodded. Alliance deepens. Room fractures. Sarah traced her bandage. Test passed. Humans don't break like cord. Mara smiled faint. Predictable. Wings. Consoles gemid. Incoming fleet pings. False signatures again. Rune's last gasp. Jonas moved to counter. Mara quit broadcast. Sarah prep her phrase. One step. One lock. Fear's grip slipped. But Rune's shadow lingered. A single drone hummed beyond perimeter. Mara tracked it. Hearing loomed larger. Sarah watched her work. Next test. Boundaries hold. Mara said. Pad ready. The drone dove. Jonas raised suppressor. Request permission. Sarah nodded. Fiery. Bolt lanced. Dawn sparks midair. Wreckage tumbled. Court feats caught it live. Reds flipped green. Bronze network cracked. Defectors streamed in paths full of leaks. Val laughed, rare and deep. Fear enforcer undone by checklists. Mara filled the debris report. Standard. Sarah leaned close. Teach me your way. Start with consent, Mara said. New path initialized. Cultural exchange protocol. Alliance wove tighter. Human routing met alien caution. Collaboration sparked. Run's final transmission blinked. Surrender terms. Mara drafted reply. Boundaries clear. Compassion etch. Earring dawned. Court assembled. Sera strode in flank, not chained. Run faced judgment. Tie low. Victory locked. Peace rooted. But one whisper persisted. Deeperness steered. Mara prepped next packet. Always one ahead. Sera's voice echoed in lounge later. Mercy's veil strengthens. Humans nodded. Aliens marveled. Trust bloomed unchecked. Jonas scanned horizons anew. Clear for now. Mara tapped her pad, projecting timelines across the court chamber's central holoscreen. Bright lines sneaked through data points, team stamps, access logs, fleet pings. Sera stood at Mara's side, tile still, eyes locked on the display. I request an open evidentiary standard, Mara said. DAO records, cross-verified in real time. No sealed submissions. Chancellor Bal nodded from his elevated days. His scowled fingers drummed once. Granted. Proceed, Envoy Kincaid. Prefector Round rose opposite then. His uniform gleamed under the chamber lights. He uploaded his own files without pause. Security logs bloomed on a secondary screen. Red flags marking unauthorized contacts tied to Sera's comms. Diplomatic safety demands confinement, Rune declared. The girl interfaced with human networks during fleet alerts. Forged pings or not, she risks escalation. Mara's bat chimed. She pulled embassy timestamps. Side-by-side overlay snapped into place. Rune's log showed. Access at 1437. Hers stamped embassy lockdown at 1432. Full quarantine, no external links possible. Cross-check complete, Mara said. Voices murmurav. She highlighted the mismatch. Your logs post-date our seal by 5 minutes. Inception metadata confirms forged at 1441 from your secure terminal. Runstale flicked. Irrelevant. The threat pattern. Pattern matches your prior false signatures, Mara cut in. She cued the drone debris report. Breakage, schematics rotated. Filed at 1502. Your network leaked the specs before we downed it. Chancellor Bal's eyes narrowed. He gestured. Prefect, response? Rune straightened. Human timestamps, unreliable. Embassy biases. A sharp crack echoed. Glass shattered behind Sera. The chamber erupted. Guards surged. A cloaked projectile streaked from an upper balcony aimed straight at Sera's back. Jonas moved first. He stepped in front. Suppressor raised. The bolt lanced out. It clipped the projectile midair. Shrapnel sparked harmlessly against the floor. Staged, Jonas said flatly. He scanned the balcony. 2 figures bolted. Run's enforcers. Badges glinting. Mara pulled Sera behind the dice. The girl clutched her pad, unharmed. Down. Mara ordered. Sera complied without hesitation. Guards locked the exits. Chancellor Bal slammed his podium. Lock down! Prefect Rune. Explain this? Rune feigned shock. Assassination attempt. Proof of human infiltration. Says the envoy and the girl. His loyalists advanced. Jonas blocked their path, one hand signaling restraint. Mara broadcast her cued feet. Court screens flicker. Leaked messages scrolled. Round's orders for the drone, the forged logs, the projectile rig. Defectors among the guards hesitated. One step forward, but extended. Confirm. Perfect this transmission. Locks match. Rune snarled. Traitors! Enforce order! Chancellor Val rose. Stand down, all of you. His voice carried weight. Rune's tail drooped. Enforcers froze. Mara kept her voice level. Debrief in sequence. First, projectile origin. She nodded to Jonas. He retrieved the fragments. Scanners whirred. Prefect's armory alloy. Cyril matches your inventory. Cyril straightened beside her. The girl's scales flushed pale. She met her father's gaze. Father. I loved the whispers, Rune's nests. Bal's expression softened fractionally. Waved, run, silent. Prefect, your fear forcers end here. Rune lunged for a hidden calm. Jonas pinned his arm. Race-train cuffs clicked. No excess force. Whose procedure? Mara filled the incident report live. Court record appended. Surrendered terms drafted. She slid her pad to Val. Terms glowed. Full disclosure. Network audits. Sarah's protection codified. The Chancellor reviewed. A ratted chuckle escaped. Checklists undo. Empires accepted. Sarah exhaled. She touched Mara's sleeve. Your boundaries held. Mara nodded. Yours too. Consent first. The chamber cleared. Officials filed out, murmuring. Aliens clustered near the holoscreens, replaying the crosschecks.
Ilms. Predict. Forgery. In seconds. One whispered.
Whisking. Cycless. Jonas flanked them to the exit. Perimeter clear. Leaks confirmed. Run's last allies flipped. Outside. Sarah's father approached. Hal gripped her shoulder gently. You tested them well, Doctor. Sarah glanced at Mara. They passed. Teach me the paths. Val inclined his head. Alliance protocol expands. Human routine integrates. Mara initialized a shared access. Data flowed. Timelines. Consent forms. Trust metrics. Sarah's tie lifted. She input her first log. Human way. Predict, protect, proceed. Later, in the embassy lounge, Sarah practiced overlies. Her fingers danced across the path. Mara reviewed. Good thing.
No. Simulate a ping falls.
Jonas scanned the horizons from the viewport. Clear skies. No drones. Drones, nest, steer deeper, he said. Packet prepped. Mara cued it. Always one ahead. She turned to Sarah. Mercy's bail. Yours? Sarah nodded. Strengthens. Fear breaks. Boundaries enduring. Boundaries enduring. Unannounced. It carried a sealed case. Core seals broken. Inside, access codes to full archives. Rebuild the starts now. Your evidentiary standard. Envoy. Mara accepted. Cross-verified by dawn. Your death. Watch Sarah work. My caution paid prices. Your compassion sets terms. Collaboration. Mara corrected. Your statesmanship holds the court.
Bow rumbled again. Rare sound.
Humans humble fear itself. Sarah leaned into Mara's side. A kit test passed. Trust rooted deeper. With Jonas stiffened. A faint pink echoed. Subspace whisper. Deeper nets. Mara tracked. Pad ready. Next packet. Sarah echoed her phrase. Boundaries hold. The lounge hummed with new data streams. Alliance wove tighter. Days blurred into routine. Mara led joint audits. Sarah cross-checked alien logs against human stamps. Errors surfaced. Old rune plans. Each exposed with dates, seconds, proof. One session, prefect successor, arrived. Geth replacement, a young enforcer named Lear. Tile high but eyes wary. Your methods, efficient. Mara shared a screen. Try it. Simulate breach. Lear input data. Mara guided. Team and stamper. Consent flag there. A post. Fear prevented chaos ends. Chaos feeds fear. Set aside. She highlighted a match. This outmaneuvers. Lear scales shifted color. Respect. Touch the court. Val oversaw from afar. His position solidified. No more payments to shadows. Peace protocols drafted under Mara's steady hand. Jonas handled security merges. Human supersource pair with alien shields. Restrain overreaction. Sarah confided one Eve. Court raised me for punishment. You predict safety. Mara filled her daily report. Predictable saves. You're safe. The girl hugged her cross-species bond sealed. Aliens in the halls marveled. Humans? Guard with paper, whispers persisted. Deeper nests. A shadow fleet being flickered once. Mara drafted counters. Sarah prepped phrases. Jonas scanned. One step. One knock. Fierce grips slipped further. In the Grand Assembly Val nouns reforms. Sarah stood tall beside Mara. Evidentiary open. Boundaries clear. Crowd approved. Humans, aliens adapted. Jonas whispered. Horizons clear. For now. Mara prep. The next packet. Always ahead. Sarah smiled. Mercy's veil. Rust bloomed. Collaboration sparked victory. But the subspace being returned. Stronger. Nested deeper. Mara's path chained. New coordinates plotted. Test incoming, she said. Sarah nodded. Hold. Blast doors slammed shut behind Mara, sealing the ground assembly hall in red emergency glow. Lights flickered once, then dimmed to shadows. Sera clutched Mara's arm, scales paling to ash-gray. Lockdown, Sera whispered. Brooms. Enforcers. They call it security. Bara tapped. Her wrist calm. Jonas executed non-lethal extraction. Plan Delta Fourth, unless directly attacked. Confirm. Jonas's voice crackled back, steady. Confirm. Teams in position. Service corridors clear for now. Moving to flank. Mara nodded to Sera. You know these routes better than maps. Lead us, we get it. Sera's eyes widened, but she darted forward. Airs. Small claws clicked softly on the polished floor as she pried open a maintenance panel. Cool air rushed out, carrying the hum of hidden vents. Service ways. Court secrets. Follow. Close. Mara slipped in after her, pad in hand. The corridor narrowed, walls slick with condensation. Sera mouthed like liquid, weaving past exposed conduits that pulsed blue. Mara kept pace, logging their position. Footsteps echoed faintly above, boots on lockdown patrol. They are sweeping holes, Sera sighed, voice low. Rune anticipates flight, punishes delay. Not today. Mara synced her pad to the station's net. She broadcast a status update, voice calm over open channels. Envoy Kincaid Air, compliant with lockdown protocols. Position, logged in eastward. Static est. No reply yet. Good. While enforcers tuned in, Mara flashed prearranged signals, subtle code bursts to Jonas's teams. Redigret escorts. Pull patrols east. By time. Sera glanced back. You lie to them? Truth with direction. Mara smiled faintly. Predictable saves lives. They ducked under a low beam. Brations. Shh. Brations. Thrum. Elevators descending. Dawn levels down. Shuttle bay access. Buttwarts rotate every cycle. Mark the timer. Mara checked her pad. Redirect signals pink-green. Jonas's teams peeled off patrols, herding them toward dummy positions. Human restraint. No shots. Just shadows and logs. A distant clan echoed. Pursuit closing. Bolted the head. Her tail flicking in urgency. Mara followed, breath steady. The girl's trust showed in every glance back. No flinch. Hush focus. Sera punched a code into a rusted panel. A grate slit open. Last stretch. Eyes guarded. Jonas's voice bust. Flanks set. Non-lethals premed. Stunners. Nets. Your lead, Mara. Acknowledge. Hold for my mark. Mara squeezed Sera's shoulder. The girl leaned in, scales warming to soft teal, trust blooming. They crept along the final corridor. Shuttle bay doors loomed, half open under emergency power. Shadows shifted inside. Frecht, Kethrun, stood center, flanked by 4 enforcers in black armor. East crest, flared, eyes locked on the entrance. There, Runes, voice boomed. Sera, Bal, stat property. Return now or face containment, dijo Sera Froth. Mara pulled her behind a crate stack. Heartbeat synced, human pulse steady, alien flutter easing. Rune advanced, scan sweeping. Human envoy. Your meddling ends. The girl disrupts order. Hand her over. Mara stepped out, hands visible, path raised. Perfect. Rune. Locked greeting. Status. Diplomatic transit. Sera companions and their exchange protocols. His enforcers level stunners. Rune sneered. Crest pulsing. Exchange revoke. Lockdown secures assets. Fear prevents chaos. Your empathy invites it. Sera whispered at Mara's back. Hell claim me. Father's possession pays his price. Not without locks. Mara broadcast again. Voice even. Open channel. Prefect Rune demands custody. Tite statute 27b. Esse protection. Request for confirmation. Chancellor's voice cut in. Delayed, but firm. Defrayed. Sera under envoy protection. Stand down. Prefect. Rune crest darkened. Ball bends to aliens now. Treas or nos. Jonas's teams ghosted in from bends. Silent drops. No alarms. They formed a loose arc. Suppressors low. One enforcer twitch. Jonas's net deployed. tangling legs without a shot. Non-lethal, Mara said clearly, as ordered. Run world. Attack. Contain them. Enforcers charged. Mara shoved Sera toward the shuttle ramp. Go! Jonas, cover. Stunners whined. Jonas dodged. His teen firing burst. Two enforcers dropped limp, third web to the deck. Mara sprint, padlock in every hit, timestamp. Rune lunged at her, claws extended. She sidestepped. Calm. Direct attack locked. Lethal authorized if continued. He halted, breathing hard. His eyes flicked to Sera boarding the shuttle, then Jonas thinning his last enforcer. Humans moved like clockwork, no rage, just precision. You're unnatural, Rune. Growl. Empathy as weapon. Boundaries as shield. Mara boarded last. Doors hissing shut. Shuttle away. Vida. Lock filed. Engine stroomed. Sera strapped in beside the her. Scales vibrant green. You walked their schedule. Outmaneuvered fear. Mara filled the report mid-flight. Jonas took the co-pilot seat. Clean extract. No casualties. Patrols redirected. They'll chase ghosts for hours. Chancellor bar patched in. Well done, Amboy. Drone faction fractures. Your locks expose payoffs. Sera leaned against Mara. Court taught punishment. You teach hold. The shuttle banked toward open space. Mara Escan feeds. Whispers in alien halls. Humans ward with schedules. The scales shifted in approval across networks. But her pad chimed. Subspace being stronger, nested in Drune's command ship. New vectors plotting intercept. This is Galates, Mara said. Sera nodded. Together, Jonas checked scanners. Incoming signatures. Multiple. Mara plotted. Counters. One log at a time. Prefect the room stared at the empty bay, his remaining enforcer groaning awake. He tapped his comm. Shadow fleet. Converge. The human predicts we overwhelm. Deep space steered. Drones lounged silent. Mara's shuttle accelerated. Alarms ping head soft. They're adapting, Jonas said. There. Father's relays. Reader deck them, Mara signal. Compassion held the line. Boundaries sharpen it. Boundaries voice returned. Fleet inbound. Hold course. Engines roared. Collision imminent. Sera gripped Mara's hand. Thrust sealed tighter. Runs lead drone locked on. Mara broadcast. Open challenge. Log pursuit. Space lit with fire. But whose? The ping deepened. Nesteth threat uncoiled. Mara's fingers flew across the console. Live channel open. Diplomatic frequency. Court-wide broadcast. All parties log bill. The shuttle's view screen split. Chancellor Bao's face filled one panel. Stern scales glinting under chamber lights. Perfect runs glare from another. His command ship looming in scan overlays. Sera's drones swarmed the feed. Val's relays painting ruined shadows in wrath. Sera straightened beside her. The alien girl's frills quivered, but her voice cut clear. No confinement. Protection. Agreement. Clause 7. Cultura liaison status grants immunity from internal security halls. I invoke it now. The court feeds erupted in static whispers. Rune's enforcers froze mid-maneuver. Mara kept her gaze steady on Sera. The girl tested boundaries. Quietly, like always. Mara nodded once. Predictable. Safe. Ron barked over the channel. Gillition revoked. Father's indulgence ends. Surrender the shuttle. Envoy Kincaid. Or we classify this piracy. Jonas banked hard. Drones clipped past. Val's fleet closing the gap. Mara tapped her pad. Logged prefect. Your shadow signatures match prior intercepts. Human trade protocols require transparency. Deny this, and shipments hold at the relay. Val leaned forward. His eyes flicked to Sera, then Mara. Envoy. This escalates beyond protocol. Precisely, Chancellor. Mara slid the reforms package across the shared link. Verifiable audits. Oversight boards with human observers. Trade incentives tied to enforcement logs. Sign now. Reform fractures. Runes payoffs. Peace halts. Sera gripped the armrest. His scales flashed deeper blue. Trust. Building. Cart feeds multiplied. Nobles tuning in. Whispers turning to murmurs. Wrong ship surged closer. Chancellor, authorize fire. Uman's proof. Val's frills flattened. He scanned the package. Mara's logs pulsed beside it. Every bribe, every redirected patrol. Undeniment. Sera spoke again. Father. Rules matter, or court crumbles. The girl's words hung, leafy feet, capture it all. No noble could ignore. Bal exhaled. Prefect Rung, relieved. Effective immediately, Security Chief Lira assumes command. Rung's face twisted. Betrayal! Fact, Bal said. Sera Bal, protected cultural liaison, validated. New protocol signed. His claw stamped the digital seal. It bloomed across every feed. Bruins, drones veered. Bal's fleet engulfed them, tractors locking, non-lethal. Mara watched the scan clear. Jonas eased throttles. Shuttle steadied. Sera sagged against Mara. You held the line. Logs do that. Mara squeezed her hand. Boundaries sharpened compassion. Court halls buzzed on secondary feeds. Scales shifted, approval rippling. Whispers evolve. Humans schedule safety. But Mara's pad chimed. Neste pin resolve. Not runs deeper. A rogue faction signal mask in his fleet. Victors realign toward the capital. Jonas cursed low. They're not done. Sera's frills spiked. Insurgents. Court purists. Bal's voice patch urgent. Envoy reforms by time. But purists strike silent. Mara plotted intercepts. One bat plotted intercepts. Compassion guarded. Boundaries struck back. The shuttle dove into Bal's formation. Scans lit with new shadows. Purist cloaks uncoiling. Sera pointed. There. Wake relay. Mara broadcast again. Open record. Purist signatures logged. Fire bloom distance. Who's first? Jonas rolled evasive. They're splitting us. Bal's lead cruiser matched pace. Together. Envoy. Sera nodded. Together. Mara Tiet fits tighter. Human schedules mid alien relays. Drones dance. Bal's precision carving paths. Mara's locks exposing flanks. A Puri striker broke through. Lock on Sera's old bay coordinates. Bite. Divert. Mara ordered. Sera fed corrections from Father's net. Scales and schedules wove seamless. Explosions dotted void. Puri's hulls cracked. One beer wild comes frantic. Abort. Locked. Mara sealed the record. Extract clean. Shuttle slipped free. Capital loomed ahead, spires gleaming. Docks opened, welcoming. Beep as Sera awed Mara brief. You teach, hold. Practice makes it. Mara stood. Jonas secured gear. They landed, smooth. Ram dropped. Bal approach, flanked by Lira, not Rune. Sera ran to him. Father-daughter, frill synced. Envoy, king-eyed. Val extended, claw. Reforms live. Trade resumes. Mara clasped it. Firm. Predictable. Oversight boards combine down cycle. Lira nodded respect. Your logs efficient. Court nobles gather distant. Ices wide at the humans. Schedules as shields. Extraordinary. But Mara's path vibrated private. In triplet burst from Earth relay. Jonas glanced. Aliens brief. More faction stirring. Sera caught it. Purists scatter. Bootness deeper. Joint council. Boundaries hold us all. Mara smiled faint. Compassion outmaneuvered. Fear. One protocol at a time. They entered halls. Whispers followed. Humans guard with paper. Deeper in, shadows lingered. A cloaked figure slipped alley. Pad mirroring Mara's ping. Test far from over. Mara noted it. Locked. Sera walked, taller beside her. Trust sealed. Capital thrummed. New vectors plot. Not pursuit. Alliance. But the nested threat pulsed. Uncoiled further. Jonas murmured. Incoming delegation. Unscheduled. Mara checked. Scan. Earth signatures. Reinforcements. No. Alien. Purist emblem find. Stand off too, she said. Sera gripped her arm. Together, doors sealed behind. Next channel opened. Ran's voice ghosted. Private confugitive now. You predict. We adapt. Mara meted it. Boundary sharpened. Compassion left. Fire waited in the wings. Fire turned. Council chamber. Leave again? Mara nodded. Always. Sera spoke first this time. No more shadows. Court pretended rules mattered. Humans made them stick. Shadows deepened anyway. Mara's fingers itched the council. One standoff. Oncoming delegation breached outer docks. Alarms, soft. Jonas drew sidearm, subtle. Mara waving down. Diplomacy first. Always, the chamber doors hest open. Figures emerge, cloaked, frills hidden. Lead one drop hood, not Buddhist. Worse, ambassador. From fringe worlds. Eyes on Sarah. Climb. It hissed. Liaison for feet. All debts. Bow stiffened. Mara stepped forward. Log? She asked. Sarah sighted. Agreement holds. New. Stand. Off. Left feed. Reignited. Court watched. Scales shifted. Humans shadowed the wind. But French claws extended. Armed. Jonas tenseth. Mara broadcast wide. Open challenge. Space and halls lead anew. Whose fire?